Here we have a 25 kV class unit. It's a vacuum fault interrupter with a visible disconnect in series. It's designed for single phase loads, replacing oil switches. That's its main application. What's nice about this device is you have a vacuum contact doing the interruption, and then you have your visible disconnect, so the client does not have to remove the cables to do any work on anything. The visible disconnect protects them. It gives them an isolation point. This particular one has feed-throughs in it because the customer who uses this particular customer does hot testing. They plan on leaving the cables on the feed-throughs and then having the other point to be able to hot test and to ground the unit. So they never have to remove their cable that's coming in or going out. The device is a very simple device. It works as a switch first by just opening the handle and closing the handle. The vacuum contact always picks up the load, always interrupts the load, whether it be a load or a fault. If I was working on it, I would deploy the visible disconnect, which means I open the vacuum switch. I've now interrupted the load, and I deploy the visible brake, which you can see through the window. This particular unit can be mounted in any position you want to mount it. So it can be mounted on a wall, mounted on a ceiling, mounted on the floor, stood up, and mounted on a wall. This will show you the single phase relay we're using for this oil fuse cutout device with visible disconnect. You'll see it has fuse curve pickups and it has relay curve pickups. The fuse curves go from 10 to 200 amps. The relay curves go from 30 to 600 amps. We also have an instantaneous that is a multiple of the pickup. We also have a time adder to be able to push the curves up, so we delay tripping of the device. We also have inrush restraint on this device to take care of inrush of transformers. It also has a last reset push button, and it also has a manual trip. The manual trip allows the line person to be able to take the relay outside of the manhole and trip the device and interrupt load before entering the manhole. It's a very nice feature. It also has your curve select via the dip switches. It carries all your standard fuse curves in there and relay curves.